Yeah. So the topic we are supposed to start today, better to say revise, because you all are in class 12. You have heard about domain and range of inverse trigonometric functions. Quick revision first before we start anything here. For sine inverse x, domain is -1, 1, range minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. For cos inverse x, domain is -1, 1, range 0, pi. Cosec inverse x, -1, 1 not included in its domain, and range 0 will not be included. For sec inverse x, same way, -1, 1 not included, 0, pi minus pi by 2. Tan inverse x, domain is R, range is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Cot inverse x, it is R, 0 and pi. It's like cos inverse x, only 0 and pi not included over there. Okay. Today's class, we have planned to do domain and range of inverse trigonometric function, and it is problem solving approach. We are going to write the domain and range in some complicated cases. So we start with some easy problems, then gradually you will get sums of JEE standard. Okay. Let us see what kind of sum is asked in CBSE. First one, if you are asked to find the domain of cos inverse x square minus 4. So we'll go back to cos inverse x. For cos inverse x, we'll start thinking, what is the domain? -1, 1. It means x will be lying in between -1 and 1 for cos inverse x. It means like that. So when you are going to find cos inverse x square minus 4, like the way you used to do domain in class 11 mathematics, this x will be replaced by x square minus 4, isn't it? X greater than equal to -1 less than equal to 1. When the function is given this manner, then x square minus 4 for this function for domain. I have asked domain only here. For domain, the thing inside cos inverse, this will be greater than equal to -1 less than equal to 1, or x square greater than equal to 3 less than equal to 5. Now two cases are there. X square greater than equal to 3, you can solve. At the same time, x square should be less than equal to 5. Let us find the common region over there. Okay. Considering the first part, x square greater than equal to 3, this implies x minus root 3 into x plus root 3 greater than equal to 0. What I did there, transferred 3 on left hand side. Okay. Now if I put it on the number line, then these are two critical points, minus root 3 and root 3. So greater than equal to 0 means this will be positive. You understand? X must be greater than or equal to root 3. X must be less than or equal to minus root 3. In both the cases, x square will be greater than equal to 3. Isn't it? Now let us consider the second part. Second part is there, that x square less than equal to 5 or x minus root 5 x plus root 5 less than equal to 0. This implies on the number line, if we take 2 points here, this is root 5, this is minus root 5. Okay. So x should be greater than minus root 5 less than equal to root 5. So what domain you are, what values of x you are getting there? It is lying between minus root 5 to root 5. Okay. So both of these will be satisfied simultaneously. That will be the value of x, isn't it? So you can see the common region over there. This part is going to be the common region, this part and this part. So union of those two will be the values of x. Therefore, domain of the function going to be minus root 5 to minus root 3 union root 3 to root 5. Clear? So for cos inverse x square minus 4, domain of the function is this. If somebody asked you what is the range over there, can be found. Cos inverse function range is minus pi by 0 to pi. Remembering that, we can find the range also. Range I am coming. I'll give you some special problems on finding range. Then everything will be clear. Let us pay attention on finding domain first. Let us do this one. Fx equal to sine inverse under root x minus 1. See, domain f, for domain f, root x minus 1 should be positive. This should be always positive, no? Square root of a quantity always positive, that we know. It can never be negative quantity. Square root. So root x minus 1 is greater than 0. For what value of x it is possible? The condition, and it may be equal to 0 also. For what value of x it is possible? When x minus 1 greater than equal to 0. But there is a problem. Sine inverse cannot exceed 1. So not only this condition, you have to see that restriction also. Root x minus 1 should be less than or equal to 1. So these two will be simultaneously satisfied. If you make square of this, from there you will get the restriction of x. So if you write this way, it would be x minus 1 root greater than equal to 0 less than equal to 1. This implies x minus 1 greater than equal to 0 less than equal to 1. You can make square easily because both are positive quantities of 0, isn't it? Squaring will not create any problem over there. So this implies x greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to 2. So domain is going to be 1 to 2. Clear? Hope all of you have understood. Let us go for this one. Sine inverse x plus cos inverse x. These kind of things are always important because this can arise in CBSE paper only, isn't it? Board paper only you can get this kind of question because both are familiar to you. You know sine inverse x, you know cos x, and from class 11 you are seeing that if there are two functions that fx equal to gx plus hx and domain of gx is d1, domain of hx is d2, function is sum of these two. So domain of function fx will be intersection of these. Am I correct? So we'll simply write the domain of first function sin inverse x, you all know. Let us carry this on with us always. Domain of sin inverse x, you all remember, I think. So for sin inverse x, domain is -1 to 1. Domain here, domain is -1 to 1. For cos x, what is the domain? Cos x domain is -infinity to infinity, because cos can take any angle, any value as input, isn't it? What is the intersection of these two? Sin inverse x plus cos x, their intersection we have to take. So domain f is going to be intersection of this d1 and d2. What is the intersection over there? -1, 1 is a subset of -infinity to infinity. So domain f will be -1 to 1. Clear? Now I have every right to ask you a question here. Just one similar question I am asking you. Tell me the domain of, write the domain of this function fx equal to sin inverse x plus cos inverse x plus tan inverse x. Very interesting. Hope all of you can answer now. What is domain of sin inverse x? You write. Domain of cos inverse x table is there in front of you. You all can see that. And tan inverse x domain also you can see. Just right there. Clear? So let us complete. Domain of this is -1, 1. Domain of this is -1, 1. Domain of tan inverse x is -infinity to infinity. Their intersection, I don't have to show a class 12 student how to get their intersection. Everything is clear. So for this function, domain for sum of three functions going to be -1 to 1. Okay. I'm asking just another question for you here, that what will be the domain of this function? If x equal to, say, there is a cot inverse x plus sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x. Actually, whole of this topic, domain and range of inverse trigonometric function, can be traced back to deriving all the formulas. So if I say that domain and range of finding domain and range in this class, we are doing everything, fool's paradise. It is not possible. We are just doing a part of it, direct problem solving approach, and we can remember all those topics here. Okay. So what is domain of cot inverse x? Just check. Cot inverse x domain is R. Sec inverse x domain is R minus this thing. Cosec inverse x domain is R minus the same thing. So domain, write separately here. This is D1 equal to R. D2 equal to R minus -1, 1. D3 equal to R minus -1, 1. Clear? So domain of these three functions, their intersection. So domain will be R minus -1, 1. Clear? All these are CBSE board type. You will find this kind of sums in NCERT and exemplar book. This kind, I am not saying that exact sum given. Now you can approach sums on domain and range from your textbook. Let us do for this one another simple problem to find the domain of this function. We have done more difficult sum like than this. Domain means values of x. For domain, what to do? 2x minus 3 should be greater than equal to minus 1, less than equal to 1. So 2x should be greater than equal to 2 and less than equal to 4. This implies x greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to 2. Very easy to do now. Textbook sum. Okay. So dome f going to be what? It is 1, 2. Hope you have understood. Just by seeing the table, you can decide what is the domain and range, and that is required for your board examination only. Let us go for next. Similar way, you just practice. I am giving you 1 or 2 minutes time to solve it. Find the domain of sine inverse 3x plus 5. At the stock of many sums, let us do one by one. Sine inverse 3x plus 5. This is practice session for you. You are doing it with me. This sum will be done entirely by you, and then we'll check the answer with my calculator. Don't see before you have done it. X plus 5 greater than equal to minus 1. Similarly, so 3x will be greater than equal to minus 6, less than equal to minus 4. We can divide both sides by positive quantity, greater than equal to minus 2, less than equal to minus 4 by 3. So for this function, answer is df equal to minus 2 comma minus. Understand? Not a difficult sum at all. Next one can give you trouble. Find the domain of sine inverse x by x plus 1. You try first. How to find domain of sine inverse x by x plus 1? This x by x plus 1 should be greater than equal to minus 1, less than equal to 1. Agree? Because domain of sine inverse x is minus 1 to 1. Any other function has the same way. That is greater than equal to minus 1, less than equal to 1. In this context, I have to remind you a concept of inequality, like if there is ax plus b by cx plus d. Remember, it is a class 11 inequality. If this thing greater than 0, what happens? How many of you remember? This thing greater than 0 means both are positive or both are negative. Am I correct? So, you will find this thing greater than 0, this thing greater than 0, or this thing less than 0, this thing less than 0. Their intersection part will be the domain of the function. But here, the problem is x by x plus 1 greater than equal to minus 1, less than equal to 1. How to get it? So, what we do first, we take the first part. First part is what? X by x plus 1 greater than equal to minus 1 plus 1 greater than equal to 0. So 2x plus 1 by x plus 1 greater than equal to 0. Am I correct? Alright. How to get the values of x from there? This is greater than equal to 0. You can directly take the help of number line. I remind you, linear inequation of class 11 also. For upper one, okay, you simplify more. It is x plus 1 by 2 by x plus 1 greater than equal to 0. Clear? So, both will be positive or both will be negative. Or you can simplify it this manner also. X plus half converted into quadratic equation. X plus half, x plus 1 by x plus 1 whole square greater than or equal to 0. You know, denominator is positive. Why? Because x plus 1 whole square. Now this product has to be greater than or equal to 0. At the same time, x plus 1 cannot be 0. Am I correct? This x plus 1, x cannot be minus 1. This is a known fact. So on the number line, points are minus 1 and minus half. Clear? So greater than or equal to means what? It will be greater than or equal to minus half. It will be less than. That's why blank circle I am using. It will be less than minus. Clear? I hope you have understood. Taking the first part, the value of x lying here. Then less than minus 1 and greater than minus 2. Let us go for the second part. For x by x plus 1 less than or equal to 1, less than or equal to 0, or just take LCM, x minus 1 less than or equal to 0. What does this imply? Minus 1 by x plus 1 less than or equal to 0. So 1 by x plus 1 greater than or equal to 0. Both has to be satisfied simultaneously. What you got there? X lying in this interval, x lying in this interval. Isn't it? X is lying here. And x is lying there. Here what is happening? 1 by x plus 1 greater than or equal to 0. What does it imply? It implies that x plus 1 is greater than 0. Why I am writing only greater than 0? Because equal to 0 will make the thing undefined. So x plus 1 greater than 0. This implies x greater than minus. Clear? Now which part should I take? X is greater than minus 1 you got. Previously you got x less than minus 1. So that part will not be taken into consideration. So now I am getting solution set from here. From here I am getting x greater than minus 1. The common region is this part only, greater than minus half. Equal to also possible. Therefore, x greater than or equal to minus. X greater than or equal to minus half. I mean minus half to infinity. Is clear? You all understand? Now let us do this one. I'll give you again 2 minutes time to find its domain. You try your level best. 2 minutes for finding domain of this function. Hurry up. X square plus 1 by 2x. You do it because this is your practice session also. Then I'll do check the answer with me. Numerator always positive, no? X square plus 1 always positive. X square positive, 1 positive. All these observations we will make first. And another thing, in the previous sum, see, I have considered this. There is definitely another way to do it using the help of modulus sign. For this one, when you are writing for dom f, just check the answer with me. For dom f, x square plus 1 by 2x greater than equal to minus 1 less than equal to 1. This we know. But now we'll remember this inequation also. X greater than equal to minus 1 less than equal to 1. What does it imply? Mod x less than 1. So why you don't merge these two? You can merge. So this implies what? Mod of x square plus 1 by 2x is less than equal to 1. This implies mod x square plus 1 by 2 mod x. You can simplify once more. Mod x square plus 1 by mod 2x less than equal to 1. So this implies mod x square plus 1 less than equal to 2 mod x. Clear? You understand? Now you can separate this one. Can you or not? Do you need to write mod x square plus 1? As x square plus 1 always greater than equal to 1, we can remove mod sign from here. So write removing mod sign, what do you get? X square plus 1 less than equal to 2 mod x. This implies x square minus 2 mod x plus 1 less than equal to 0. Clear? Now what about this? It is mod x minus 1 whole square less than equal to 0. But mod x minus 1 whole square can never be negative. Do you agree or not? Mod x minus 1 whole square can never be negative. We got negative here. So negative not possible. Only one possibility is there. This implies mod x minus 1 equal to 0. So mod x 1 x equal to plus minus 1. So the solution is s equal to minus 1 comma 1. Clear? Now can you try this one? Sin inverse mod x minus 1 by 2. You practice with me. Then only you can have a good control on it. I'm giving you time also to practice. 1 minute or 2 minutes. Then I'm doing it. You must do it before I complete it. Sin inverse mod x minus 1 that divided by 2. How can I stop this noise? What? I mean, let me check. So how to do it here? Have you started? Yes, sir. Again the same manner, just get it. Very fast, waiting for you. So many sums to do. This is a problem solving session mainly. Okay, this is a skill based class. I mean skill development class. Sin inverse mod x minus 1 by 2. So start this manner. Sorry for the noise from outside. Mod x minus 1 by 2 greater than equal to minus 1 less than equal to 1. This implies mod x minus 1 greater than equal to minus 2 less than equal to 2. So mod x greater than equal to minus 1 less than equal to 3. Mod x is always greater than minus. We don't have to think about it. But mod x less than 3. You have to get solution from there. Write the solution. Which part should I take? Not this part. It is always true. We have to find the common region. So we will see this part only. This implies mod x less than equal to 3. So x greater than equal to minus 3 less than equal to 3. Isn't it clear? You all understand? Now let us go for this one. Maybe a bit complicated for you. You find first and then verify the answer with me. Okay? Just increase the size. Yeah. Sine inverse log of x base 2. Question may arise this manner. All are there in your syllabus. How to find the domain here? Go by same reason again, that this implies log x base 2 greater than equal to minus 1 less than equal to 1. X greater than equal to minus 2 less than equal to 2. Isn't it? Or 2 to the power x. Please check once. Check. And that x cannot be negative. That also you have to think. X is always greater than 0. Isn't it? Done, you got? Waiting for the value of x. I have written a wrong part over there. You must have seen that. Because log a base b equal to c. This implies what? A equal to b to the power c. Isn't it? So here it is going to be greater than equal to 2 to the power minus 1. So done. X greater than equal to half. So dom f will be half to 2. Okay? Clear? Log property we should remember. Log a base b. Another thing I'd like to say, if log a base b greater than c, this implies a greater than b to the power c. Clear? Now this question also completely based on the concept of domain and range. That's why I've asked the sum. You need not calculate anything. You get this question in competitive or in board paper, you need not calculate this. Why? Because we will remember sine inverse x or sine inverse y, whatever there, it is lying between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. Isn't it? For this one, sine inverse x lies where? Sine inverse x belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Sine inverse y also belonging to this interval. Both belonging to this interval. So how can there be sum equal to pi? Because their maximum value is pi by 2. So how can it be pi? It is possible only when they share equal value. Isn't it? So this equation is possible. We are answering it. It is possible. It is possible when sine inverse x, sine inverse y both equal to pi by 2. isn't it? Both are equal to pi by 2. So this implies what? X equal to sine pi by 2, that is 1. This implies what? Y equal to sine. So what are the values of x? Solving equation means xy going to be equal to 1 1. Am I correct? You understand? I'll give you one similar problem. Solve yourself. This is done, okay? You practice this one. Solve this one. Find the value of these political parties will destroy the environment. No, I dare to say that. So sum of these three functions is 3 pi by 2. Find the value of this thing. Again, you apply the same rule. Okay? Sin inverse x, sin inverse y, sin inverse z equal to 3 pi by 2. Find the value of this thing. How to? Again, the same logic. Each value should be equal to pi by 2 only. So this implies what? Sin inverse x pi by 2. The only possible value is this. So this implies x equal to sin pi by 2 1, y equal to 1. So what's the value over there? This minus, isn't it? So 3 minus 1 by 3, the value is 8 by 3. Understand the logic? Just same logic. Back to back I have asked the similar question so that understanding will be easier. Clear? Because they will share the same value pi by 2, each of them. So yeah, maximum. So each of them has value 1, x, y, z 1, value is 3 minus 1/3. Now some problems where I have asked the range of the function. You must try to do it. Find the range of this function. Very interesting sum. You try first. Concept of domain is done. Let us solve a few on finding range. That table you require always. Without table you can't proceed. Actually you have to keep in your memory, isn't it? Find the range of this function. How to get that? Sin inverse 3x plus 5 greater than equal to minus 1, less than equal to 1. This implies, how to write it? No, sorry. That sin inverse value is lying in the interval. Because of noise, I am little bit disturbed. Sin inverse anything, its value will lie there. Not the value of x, you need the value of y. So, sin inverse 3x plus 5 greater than equal to minus pi by 2, less than equal to pi by 2. So 2 sin inverse 3x plus 5 will be what? Greater than equal to minus 4 pi by 4, less than equal to pi by 4. Isn't it? So this implies that 2 sin inverse we found. Now we have to add this thing on both sides. Pi by 4 we have to add. Oh, 2 pi 2. If you multiply by 2, it will be minus pi to pi. This is minus pi to pi. Now you add pi by 4 on two sides. Sin inverse 3x plus 5 plus pi by 4 minus pi plus pi by 4. And less than equal to pi plus pi by 4. Therefore, 2 sin inverse 3x plus 5 greater than equal to clear, sober, understood? So range of this function going to be, this whole function will be lying between fx will belong to this interval minus 3 pi by 4 to 5 pi by 4, isn't it? Now let us go for next one. Fx equal to 2 tan inverse 1 minus x square plus pi by 6. Think about it first. I'll wait for your calculation. Find the range. Find the range of this function. Try. You first try for 1 minute, then I'll do. It is tan inverse 1 minus x square. You have to take care. Only tan inverse x lies where to where. That you know very well. But tan inverse 1 minus x square, where does it lie? Tell. 1 minus x square, what is its maximum value? For what value of x, it will be maximum. It will be maximum for x equal to 0. So maximum value is pi by 4. Minimum value is what? That can be anything. But it will be minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. That range. No? So only for tan inverse x, if we are asked, it is greater than equal to minus pi by 2, less than equal to pi by 2. Isn't it? But here tan inverse 1 minus x square. 1 minus x square. If it is domain, we could have struggled with 1 minus x square. Here we will not do. Just we will see 1 minus x square can take maximum value 1. So no need to extend up to pi by 2. So you start this manner as maximum value of 1 minus x square is equal to 1. Therefore, tan inverse 1 minus x square is less than equal to tan inverse 1, that is equal to pi by 4. We are sure about it. No problem. Now let us proceed by writing tan inverse 1 plus x square. Now we have to do the calculation. So tan inverse 1 minus x square, again the minimum value. Minimum value is what? Tan inverse x minimum value is minus pi by 2. Tan inverse 1 by x square also has minimum value minus pi by 2. There is no problem in it. Only maximum value was pi by 4, that I have, not pi by 2. You will not move it because 1 minus x square. Only x is not a problem. 1 minus x square is there. The maximum value we need to consider over there. Minimum value is what? For what? You take x equal to, we are getting minus pi by 2, I am telling you, no, very close to minus pi. I mean very close to that x minus infinity, isn't it? So it will not change. Tan inverse 1 minus x square can have that value. Tan inverse minus infinity possible because x square goes on increasing. Only 1 added. 1 minus x square, the maximum value is 1. Minimum value is what? No one knows. Because x goes on increasing. When x goes on increasing, 1 minus x square goes on decreasing. It is close to, I mean maximum value, that is up to minus infinity. So this part, this one I cannot change. Only this part I have changed to pi by 4. Because maximum value was 1 minus x. So tan inverse 1 minus x square, it is greater than equal to minus pi by 2 less than equal to pi by 4, isn't it? So 2 tan inverse x square is what? Remember, you are finding range, I mean whole value, not x. This will be greater than equal to minus pi, less than equal to pi by 2. But they have asked up to pi by 6. So 2 tan inverse 1 minus x square plus pi by 6 will be greater than equal to minus pi plus pi by 6 and less than equal to what? Just adding pi by 6 over there, less than equal to pi by 2 plus pi by 6. So this implies, therefore, 2 tan inverse x 1 minus x square plus pi by 6 will be greater than equal to minus 5 pi by 6 less than equal to what? 6 is the LCM, 4 pi by 6, that is 2 pi by 3. Alright. So these are one kind of sum where we have considered just the domain and range of the function. But this kind of question, I am just going to take another sum on range I have taken here. Let us solve it. Then we will solve inequality sum. Just another sum is given now, that we will think. I am right. I am sorry. This is okay. It is lying between minus 5 pi by 6 to pi by 6, minus 5 pi by 6 to 2 pi by 3. Now another sum I am giving you for classwork. Do it now, immediately. That is 3 cos inverse 1 minus x square minus pi by 2. Very challenging. Very challenging. Do it. This is 3 cos inverse minus x square minus pi by 2. Find the range. Find the range. Find the range. You try 1 or 2 minutes, then I'll do it. 3 cos inverse minus x square minus pi by 2. Quick, do it, do it, do it. Another very good problem is there in my collection. Just search. Try fast. Cos inverse minus x square. Only x is there, you could have told what? Minus 0 to pi. Only for cos inverse x, better I take the table here also. Yeah, for cos inverse x, this is what? 0 to pi. But do you think here it is going to be that? Because it is minus x square. Yeah, because minus x square, it can take the minimum most value when, sorry, maximum value when x is equal to 0. This I have to make clear first. Understood? Minus x square is always less than or equal to 0. Isn't it? So what about cos inverse x square? Cos inverse opposite हो जाएगा ना, उल्टा हो जाएगा. So cos inverse x square, what will happen? This will be greater than equal to pi by 2. Clear? So for finding range, for range f, you start this manner. Cos inverse minus x square greater than equal to pi by 2, less than what? Cos inverse any function less than pi. Pi, 0 to pi. So this implies 3 cos inverse minus x square greater than equal to less than equal to 3 pi. So now just take minus pi by 2 on two sides. 3 cos inverse x C cos inverse minus x square minus pi by 2 C pi minus pi by 2. So this one if you simplify it's coming to be equal to pi, and this one going to be 5 pi by 2. So range f will be pi to 5 pi by 2. Clear? You all understand? Go for next one. All these were finding domain and range. Here you are going to find the value of x for which it is satisfied. Try once. Just by remembering this table only we will do it. And another thing, the graph of sine inverse x. Sorry, that is required. You remember? How many of you remember? How to get sine inverse x graph quickly? We can draw it quickly just by setting the values minus 5 to 5 by 2 along y-axis. So this is going to be like this. You agree with me? Now I am going to delete this portion. This is not. It will be this portion only. Again, this is not. You understand? This one is the value of cos sine inverse x. When x goes on increasing, sin x value goes on increasing. If I have said that sin inverse x greater than sin inverse 3x minus 2, so direct inequation will occur. X will be greater than 3x minus 2. So minus 2x will be greater than minus 2. X will be less than 1. Agree or not? This implies that x belongs to minus infinity and 1. Here I give you some more problem just to practice. Or okay, today too much of disturbance is there, so taking leave now.